Welcome back to Miami Realty Rundown. I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ideal.
So this is more of a PSA,
Yeah.
public service announcement, for those of you who don't know what a PSA is. I've come across some articles and some social media posts. So apparently, there's some people doing some not so good things when it comes to contracts. So if you've ever signed a FAR/BAR contract, which is a contract that we use, without reading it, congrats. You might have been scammed.
And thousands of dollars. Like, it's not a small scam.
No, it's not.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. So we use FAR/BAR contracts, right? These are contracts that are written by the National Association of Realtors, by attorneys, and they're the ones that standard contracts that we use. We can't change them. We cannot alter them. Nothing. However, there's a possible scam going on, right? Where they've inserted certain language into the FAR/BAR. Now they kind of hide it rather well. It's not very obvious. And if you're not really reading it, or whoever's, having you sign it isn't really explaining it, you could be out a lot of money.
And the thing is that this contract, the FAR/BAR, is about 20 pages.
Right.
So no one sits there to actually read every single page. There's so much wording. So the way it's hidden, to me, it's crazy.
It's clever. And usually scammers will be extremely clever in their tactics, right?
Yep.
Because obviously they know most people don't read things. We're all guilty of that. I don't read everything, especially, no, I don't read everything.
No, I don't think anybody does.
Nobody does. But here is the language that I found that you might want to be on,
look
out for. So it reads, buyer may, in its sole discretion, obtain a repair or replacement estimate and elect to reduce the purchase price by the lesser of 150% of the repair estimate or 25% of the purchase price.
Mm-hmm.
That is a shitload of money.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
25% of, I don't know, what's an easy number to work with off the top of your head? 400?
I'm saying 100,000. 25%
There you
is
go.
$25,000.
$25,000.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Or 150% of the repair.
Mm-hmm.
So in addition, the language also includes a provision, right, that where the buyer elects to reduce the purchase price, right? Seller can cancel by giving the buyer the earnest money deposit back plus a cancellation fee equal to 10% of the purchase price. So, in other words, the way I interpret, and the way I'm reading this is, even though let's say you want to cancel, you're like, no, I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you 150% of the repair or 25% of the purchase price. But now, if the seller would like to cancel, now we're talking about they got to give 10% of the purchase price. So it's 100,000. That's 10 grand.
And that has never, FYI, it's never a thing.
No, we don't do that.
You just give back the deposit and that's it.
That's it. If you're
Should you want to cancel for any reason,
parameters, that you're allowed to, right?
Right.
Because if you cancel in certain times of the contract, yes, your deposit is at risk.
Right.
But this is crazy. So
we'll keep going. Thus, the buyer is either going to get a property for much less than it is worth, or they're going to get 10% of the purchase price from the unsuspecting seller as a cancellation fee. So this is not what it says, but basically what you can interpret it as, right? The key to this scheme is that the added provisions are made to look like they belong in there.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's supposed to flow naturally, right? Like as if it's written by an attorney.
And it's not thrown in there like one paragraph. No, it's embedded into the language that's already there.
Yep.
So you have to be careful. We're going to put up 2 articles that we found so you can read them for yourself. I always recommend that contracts or anything that you sign be reviewed by an attorney.
Right.
I know a lot of you don't want to because obviously it's another cost. I get that, especially the higher priced properties where we're talking millions. Yes, an attorney should review it. Even the lower ones. I mean, an attorney can review a contract for you for, not a large amount of money, but they should before you sign it. All right. Just because there are nuances, there are things that they can interpret. We're not attorneys. We can read it to you. We cannot tell you what it means.
Even if you're represented by a realtor, I still think it's important
Absolutely.
to have the contract reviewed by an attorney.
By an attorney.
Even more, if you are an unrepresented buyer or seller, you need to have someone review it, because sometimes, like we said, there's no time to read everything, or we don't even understand the wording, because again, like some of these words are so, I don't want to say fancy written,
Or they're legalese.
but right.
Right?
Yeah,
they're
they're
written by attorneys.
right. So sometimes the wording isn't as user friendly.
Right.
So it's always better to have someone who can understand the verbiage look it over for you.
Yes, always, guys. So check this out. Be wary of what you're signing and what you're looking at. Again, our FAR/BAR standard contract does not have this language in it. We do not use this. This is in my opinion, the standard contract that we use is basically fair on both sides. It provides sellers protection, it provides buyer protection.
Yeah.
It can't be 100% on both because I don't think it's possible. But yes, be careful what you sign, especially when you have somebody random making an offer on the house that you're selling.
Correct.
Definitely have somebody look at it. Pay the $300, $500, whatever an attorney might charge you.
It's going to be worth it.
But it will be worth it. Even if you're using a specific title companies have attorneys in-house.
Yep.
That can review it, or contact a realtor that might know an attorney that can help you. Always, I recommend it, even though you might say no, but we recommend it. So be wary, look out for it, don't get scammed, because it's a mistake that that'll set you up for loss of a lot of money. Right?
And then in addition to that, when you do get scammed, I'm assuming that the buyer, the seller at this point, would want to pursue some legal action. So that's even more money that they're going to have to,
and now you got to
hopefully
fight something that you signed for.
Exactly.
So just be careful out there. All right. Don't fall victim to these
traps.
Guys, thank you. This is your PSA for this month. So give us your comments. Let us know what you think about this. Have you come across it? We haven't come across it, but I did see these articles. I did see some social media posts. And if you've seen it or you've seen the post, let us know what you think.
Yep. Or know of anyone who might have been in a situation like this.
We would love to know.
Absolutely.
So we can obviously warn other people.
Yep.
So give us a shout out, ring the bell, subscribe so you can watch some more.
And remember, every Wednesday is a new content.
Yeah.
New content video.
Bye.
Bye.